We have explained about session hijacking and some of its techniques and have shown demos of 3 of the tools. Now we're going to talk about how you may protect against session hijacking attacks. Consider some of these protection mechanisms. Use secure shell. Use HTTPS to pass authentication cookies. Use logout to end a session by client. Create a session ID only after a successful login. Use encryption to transfer data between clients and the web server. Use complex session keys such as string or long irregular numbers. Use a different user ID and password for different accounts. Minimize remote access. Educate users about session hijacking and how they can take precautions. Use switches instead of hubs. Limit incoming connections. Don't transport session IDs in a query string. The list can just simply go on.
It goes on and on and on. And let me add a few key practices that are good ones for you to adopt. Use a strong authentication mechanism. Consider using peer-to-peer VPNs, right? Configure internal and external spoof rules on gateways. Use IDS products or ARP Watch, and then use encryption protocols. Implement a defense in-depth mechanism to withstand against session hijacking attacks. Implement timeout to destroy the session whenever it has expired. Don't leave it just hanging out there off on the end. Expect or accept session identifiers generated by the server only to combat session hijacking attacks. Ensure that the client-side and server-side protection software such as firewalls, IDS, spyware, virus, and Trojan scanners are in an active state and up to date.
Right, and in addition, look for secure sites when you have to use private and sensitive information. Be cautious before you click on links received from emails and IMs or instant messages, especially when you receive them from unknown sources. Use firewalls to prevent malicious content from entering into network and to restrict cookies. Clear history and cookies after a sensitive transaction. Always log out from the site instead of closing the browser. Use browser settings to restrict the cookies.